Hey there, this is Glenn, and welcome back to my stealth adventures. So today I did a little work on the van, um, but first let's take a look at something. I know you can't see it really well, but someone was kind enough to back into my van, so the fender's kind of dented in. So that's kind of annoying. Of course, there were no witnesses. I just came out and found it like that. So yeah, lame. Realistically, it's going to be cheaper for me to get a new fender and just replace that than it is for me to run a claim through insurance. So I'm just going to do that at some point. The bummer is that it actually interferes with opening and closing the driver's side door. So that it rubs on the fender now, and it's actually scraped off the paint. So that's kind of a pain in the butt. But aside from that, back to what I was doing today. So I had a little bit of transmission work done to the van here, and not really a big deal. Came out working really well. The shift points were really close together, and so they were going to remap those. But also they discovered that the van was throwing a code for the accelerator pedal position sensor. So apparently it was only getting about 20% of the input. So you hit the gas, and when I actually bought the van, it was driving fine. After I've had it for a couple weeks, yeah, you hit the gas and it's kind of gimping along, like almost like it's in limp home mode. So it would get up to speed. Traffic going by. But I think I've mentioned before in a previous video, it was a FedEx vehicle. So it's capped out at 65. I haven't even addressed that problem yet. I actually just drove it on the highway to see if what I did alleviated that, but no such luck. So here's what I did. I made mention in a previous video that the van was all drive-by-wire. So this is the accelerator pedal assembly, the original one. Basically, you can see two openings for two bolts on the top. There's a little hook here, so it hooks into the firewall and bolts with those two bolts. And then up top here, this little thing right here is where the sensor wire plugs into, and this right here is the body of the sensor. So this thing, as the gas pedal actuates, it tells the sensor where it is, and the vehicle adjusts speed accordingly. There's no mechanical connection at all of the gas pedal to the engine. Sorry, banging on that. So basically these are two 8mm bolts, and I'll show you. Pardon all the dirt. I had this thing down by the beach the other day, as many of you may have seen. And so this is the new gas pedal, and you can see right on top there, bolt, 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 and yep. So it just slides right into the firewall, and then you bolt it from the top to the bottom, and then you attach the sensor back up on the top. Test drive success. Had I thought, I would have actually videoed the process, but I mean it's very simple, very simple. And as far as that goes, I test drove it. I got about a mile and a half into my test drive. I wanted to take it up on the highway. I wanted to take it through neighborhoods. So I was going through a neighborhood about 30-35 miles an hour, and then suddenly the engine went into like a neutral. So the RPMs were going up, and I could hit the gas pedal and the RPMs would go up, but there was no connection of the driveline, whatever. So I'm not sure what that was about. I managed to pull over, and I went and I pried off the sensor connector terminal dealio. So I disconnected the wire. I reconnected the wire in case I had a bad contact when I initially put it back together, and then I proceeded to drive it around several miles for about half hour, maybe 40 minutes, without any further problems. So maybe I just didn't connect it together right. I'm going to keep my eyes open for that problem again in the future. Took it up on the highway, again maxed out at 65 or closer to like 67. So that's on the problems to address list. But accelerator pedal position sensor, APP sensor. So if you have one of these Sprinter vans and you're suddenly giving it gas and it's not really going, that might be something worth checking out. The part was, all said and done, after tax and everything like that, $151. And it's you can only get, it sells as a complete assembly. There is no way of just buying the sensor, so you get the whole thing. Anyways, thanks for watching. That's the latest and greatest. So stay tuned, and we'll see what happens next.